It's Sandy Parker, and welcome to Crafting for Almost Everyone. So I thought I would make a card to add to my stash. You get to the age where you need more sympathy cards, unfortunately, but that's what I decided to add to my stash, and I'm using from My Favorite Things the All Occasion Sentiment, and I already stamped that with sympathy. And then I'm using a really nice Forever Florals from Stampin Up. It's an old set, oldie but a goodie, retired, and I'm going to show you a lot about masking in this video. Okay, I have to show you this so you can cry on my behalf, because I think you should. Okay, so I did the video and I got that far into my stamping and my embossing, and I was stamping my sentiment, and for some reason, instead of stamping it on the plastic, I decided to stamp right on the card with my stamp pad. So there you have it. That's a couple hours of my life I'll never get back, but we're going to start over. And so that's where we are right now. I didn't want you to have to watch me do the whole bottom section of Little Wee Flowers, so I've already done those myself, and we're done with that, so we can move on to the bigger flowers. And I want to, with this great big one, I want to put the embossing powder on it right away, because I'm afraid I'll end up getting stuff everywhere if I don't. I'll end up with it, with the flower itself smearing, and I don't want that to happen if I can avoid it. I'm using gold embossing powder from Ranger, and I'm using my card that I destroyed for my excess embossing powder. I did run my little pouch over this, and I swear that little pouch makes it worse. I don't know why, but it never seems to get it all off. Anyway, so I have one of my little micro brushes, and I've been using that to get some of my excess off with. Looks pretty good. I'm going to heat set this, and I'll be back. So I just realized that I forgot to turn the camera back on, and I did these two flowers, and then I just put that one. Whoops, I just took my thing off. My magnet just came off because I'm losing my mind. Actually, two magnets. Ugh, these magnets are a nightmare. Let's just hope that that is in the same spot. I already screwed up the other side and made it so it was not. So this one needs to be redone. I don't know what I'm going to do, because I keep having these problems. This card has been nothing but a nightmare. I got to be honest with you. Sometimes you have cards that go like that, and believe me, this is definitely one of them. Let me see if I can get this one to stick this time, and we'll see how bad it is as far as being able to stick it off there. Losing my mind. Well, that one isn't even really close, but I guess that's alright. Then I'm going to use my eraser on this other one, and hopefully, this mono eraser, hopefully it will take enough off of the surface that I won't end up having a problem with the embossing powder sticking to the old image. And I'm going to make sure it doesn't move this time. I'm going to put this little flower back on this side and make sure it's staying where I want it, or hoping that it'll stay where I want it. Then I'm going to wipe off this flower. I've never had a problem with my embossing powder, or my embossing the Versamark, leaving weird images behind, and I don't know why I'm having it happen this time, but I definitely am, where I'm getting I'm getting like a darker mark from it. I don't understand why I'm getting that, because it should be just a watermark and should be clear, but it's not. And I cleaned all my stamps a couple times, and I'm still getting it. I don't know what the deal is, but that's all I'm saying. I just keep having it happen. Well, that's close to the other one. Not perfectly, but it's close. So what I'm going to do now is every place that I have a gap for the flowers down below, I'm going to put this little peg stamp in here, and then that should make sure that kind of any blank spots are filled in. That looks pretty good for right now. Okay, let me get all this off and we'll try our embossing powder and see how we do this time. You know what I'm singing, it's bad. You know I had a problem if I'm singing, because I can't sing either. Okay, I'm gonna hold that up for a second and dump this back in my bottle. Okay, got rid of that. Oh, there's more in there, of course. That would have been everywhere. Alright, now let's see if we can figure out if we can get all this to cover the spots we need to cover, and so we don't have it where we don't want it. I swear I do not know why my my pouch thing didn't work at all this time, and I mean at all. Alright, let me clean this off, heat set it, and then we'll be back. So now everything is embossed and heated and it's ready to roll. So I've gotten my markers out, and these are the ones I'm using. I'm using Touch 5 markers, and in the purples I'm using 81, looks like 82 and 145. Then I'm using 147, 88 in the pinks. Then I have more pinks over here that are 89, 84, and 196 in the yellows, 32, 35, and 141 in the oranges, 23, 24, and 140, and lastly in the greens, 59 and 174. So those are all the colors I plan on using. Hopefully we'll be able to get through this without me crying too much. I want to start with my little flowers at the bottom, and I'm just going to kind of do little spots of the light purple in them, and then we'll go into the darker purple around the edges, because I do want to have some variation in the color of these. If you've never colored with embossing powder around you, you can't color on the embossing powder, so you end up having like an edge that you can't overcome. So when you're coloring, you have to keep that in mind, that you're never going to be able to go any further into your or outside of your flower than where the embossing powder is, because it won't let you. darker pinks, or do I want to go with a purple? What do I want to do? I really like the pinks. Well, okay, I could go with this. Alright, let's try this one. See how we like it. So I think I'm going to use a blue background because I like blue. I like the different colors of sky. So I'm using 182, 83, and 185. So I'm going to start out with the lightest blue and just kind of go around my background. I have to fix those purples. I think I screwed those up because I didn't put in the bottom of the branches of that, whatever this purple thing is that I'm trying to color around. I decided I wanted to go around the outside of all of my flowers with this darker blue color. I don't think I'm going to go around all the little purple ones at the bottom, but I like the idea of outlining these. I think it really sets them off. I don't know if you can see the ones that I've already done up at the top. It's not been a good day all the way around. You know the problem I had with the first card, and then my camera shut off while I was doing this, and I was like, oh great, well I'll just do it again. So then I did it again, and I've had all kinds of problems. And as you can tell, Honey thinks the killer is in fact on his way in, when really it's just our neighbor who opened his garage door. These are the things that Honey just doesn't get. She just freaks out. Maybe I'll just go around these and see what it looks like. I don't want to look tacky, but on the other hand, I thought it kind of set them off. We'll look at it, see if they look stupid or not. And if they look stupid, I'll just add more of the lighter blue, and it'll take care of the difference in the colors. Let's see, did I miss any of those? I don't think I did. Now I could go over that with the blue or the lighter blue, but I don't think I'm going to. I kind of like it the way it is. The one thing I'll tell you, and you probably already know this, but if you do use alcohol inks, they will bleed. This is 110-pound cardstock. It's Recollections cream colored cardstock, and it's a very heavy-duty cardstock, but it's still bled through. And so I'm going to cover that with another piece of cardstock. So in the end, here's what my card looks like. I added those 3 little pink brads up in that top blue section. I thought it was just too much blank space. I'm happy with the results because, you know, after 4 hours of playing with it, I just wanted to get it done. I really liked it in parts, other parts not loving, but what are you going to do? I hope you enjoyed this and that you'll give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.